From News Channel 7, time for 7 First Alert weather.
It's a pretty cold snow that we had for today, and so there's snow on the ground in some spots, and the temperature is kind of going along with how cold it really was. Right now we have 30 degrees for the current temperature. Highs were pretty close to what you're seeing here with some of the currents and the wind chills, okay? And that's what we're going to watch just for the next day or so. The wind chills at 20 in Boise, 22 in Mountain Home, 19 degrees in Twin Falls. What we have to watch for is when the winds become just very, very light. That's because the cold air is trapped at the surface, and we have very few winds around the area, and hardly any wind chill, but you don't need it. It's going to continue being cold, and you're going to see that here in the 7-day forecast. In fact, over most of the country, as you see out here to the west, this is the cold air that is moving in. You can see the warmer air here to the south and over Texas. But up here, especially in Montana, they're getting heavy snow. And you can see this as far south as northern New Mexico and working its way into most of the Midwest. Now, this is the latest on Hurricane Nicole. As you can see, winds up to 75 miles an hour. Here's the present position. Likelihood is going to be closer to somewhere around Orlando as it comes through, and then it's going to work its south north. So it is going to cross the peninsula and then move up into Georgia with some of those strong winds. Likely not a hurricane when it gets into northern Florida, but most of these spots will be seeing anywhere from about 4 to 6 inches of rain, and still continue with the 4 to 6 inches of rain, even up into Georgia and some of the Carolinas as it moves through. Now, we just had our storm system, not a hurricane, but it did drop the snow. And as you notice, Bogus Basin has 6 new inches, 9 inches for both Brundage and Tamarack, and Sun Valley with 8 new inches of snow. That's pretty good for some of the resorts. And in the way of the valley, a lot of rain coming down heavily last night, as you probably remember. So we have a cumulative over the past 8 days of November, almost 2 inches of rain. Yes, that is well above the normal, which is 1.18. And I'm taking this normal off the entire month, not just the first 8 days, okay? So that's 1.18, so we're way above that. So far, we are above normal by 0.80. We still have most of the month to go. And right now, it looks like things are pretty much starting to dry up. You can see the snow moving through. It's going to be out of Twin Falls later this evening. Here's midnight. So this is where it clears up and it gets pretty cold. When you look at the forecast here for the 7-day, you see sunny and cold, temperature down to 17, tomorrow 34 degrees. Yeah, 17 for the low. This is 15 for the low Friday morning, 20 for the low on Saturday. It maintains this. We're going to remain dry. Saturday afternoon, we could see a few snowflakes just with a storm system to our south, but we're not going to get a direct hit. This holds on for a while, and you can see the same thing for the Magic Valley. Look at the Twin Falls down to 13 for Friday morning. Temperatures will remain basically right around the 30s. When you go in the mountains, and this is the effect of the inversion, it is cold up there. Low tonight down to 6, down to 5 for Friday morning, but most of the highs will be even a degree or two better than what we're going to be seeing down here in the valley, but that's still cold with temperatures in the mid-30s.